Hi everyone, Daniel Hall here with another video article, and I really am excited about this particular article because it's at the core of one of the things that I preach and teach, and that is how to repackage and repurpose your content. You know, essentially we are content providers, and the really cool thing here is that you can get leverage, and I'm a guy that's maximum on leverage and using maximum leverage in every part and every aspect of your business. And so I'm talking to my friend Scott Smith about his podcast and how he's doing his business, and he's telling me about what he's doing. I'm thinking, wow, this sounds really great. So I said, please, Scott, come on and tell folks what you're doing, and I know that if you just follow what Scott's saying here, you will really be able to leverage more of your content in economically advantaged ways, and that's really what we want to do. So number one, thank you, Scott.
You're welcome.
For being here, and first give people a little bit of background on who you are and what you do.
Awesome. Yeah, first off, he didn't ask that nice, but anyway, I'm here, so kidding. Yeah, my name is Scott Smith. I'm the founder, and my title is the Chief Motivating Officer of motivationtomove.com. We are a membership website. We produce a whole bunch of podcasts. I actually have produced just shy of 6,500. That's 6,500 podcasts. There's my website right there. We have a distinction. We have a free podcast on iTunes. It is the Daily Boost. It has been the #1 most popular daily self-help motivational podcast in the world for about 7 years. It was #1 straight for almost 4 years. And another distinction we have is it is the most downloaded self-help podcast in the history of iTunes. We've got over 4 million downloads on that. That's a fraction of what I do. But basically what we do is we create these podcasts. Not really a podcaster as much as a coach and a motivational guy. And I move them from the podcast, repurpose the content into my membership site, and that's what we do.
Cool. All right, so tell folks a little bit about how that happens for you. I mean, because you actually have a really unique process for making that happen.
I do. Well, I technically you probably call it the freemium model. The job is for me to put out a free, high-quality product. I don't put out the stuff. I mean, my Monday product I put on iTunes, the Daily Boost, is the very same product that my members get. So I'm not cutting back at all. It's the real thing. Within that product, we've got a native sales pitch, if you will. This is building a desire to move them from the podcast, which is very difficult to do, to the opt-in funnel, and a very refined funnel that moves them through an education process into learning to love me, and then moving them into the website.
Okay.
And then from there, they can get 16 podcasts a week, daily 9-minute podcast as part of the membership.
Okay, so and let me restate that the way I understand it to make sure that I have it. Okay, essentially what you're saying is that you do 5 podcasts a week, right?
Right.
And you give one of those podcasts away.
Correct.
The other 4 you are essentially setting aside and putting into your members area. And that one podcast, which by the way is #1 on iTunes,
right,
for in your niche,
right,
is driving people to get the other episodes, correct?
Right.
So talk a little bit about how that's priced and how you monetize that.
Well, the way I monetize it is, and to clarify also, we have the Daily Boost, which is a personal development product. Once they join us, they also have the Fitness Boost and the Business Boost, and each one is 5 days a week. So depending on where they are, they can jump into these different categories. We help them get fit, be happy, and make money all in one shot. So it's a pretty comprehensive program. But the way we monetize it, once we get them through the funnel, is we bring them in on now it's a 30-day $1 trial. Now, we find that by allowing them to really literally sample everything that we have in there, once we can get them to do the trial, 92% will stick into paid, and then we have a retention rate of about 98% a month. Unheard of, but there's a reason why, and I think we're actually going to talk about that here in a little bit.
Okay.
So that's the monetization aspect of it. We basically put it out there as a freebie, and then we trip them into, I think Brian Dice would call it a tripwire, for $1 to give it a shot, and then they all come in and they try it, and that's how we do that.
Okay, cool. Well, in the next video, we're going to pick up from there and go a little deeper and try to explain how you could actually implement this in your business.